Hi, it's Stan, the riverman. Today I'm digging up river cane and I'm in a local park that is a site of indigenous river cane. This is in Kentucky, northern Kentucky. Yesterday was tornado watch, today is cool, early March, around 50s. Water's running, river's on the rise. So I thought I'd dig up some river cane and put it along the riverbank where it needs it for erosion control. This river cane patch is kind of unique because most of the river cane in northern Kentucky has been wiped out, eradicated by man, probably in the 1800s. In this little stretch, and it only runs a short distance along this creek. And then back down about 75 yards in the other direction. But this river cane, it's a little sparse growing compared to the other areas I've harvested from. I've harvested from Boone County, and I've harvested some from another site in Covington that was man planted, I think, for an environmental cleanup area. And it's probably about 20 years old, 10 years old. With this, who knows how old this is, but these roots in this are really down there deep, and they go in every direction. So it is a chore to dig this stuff up, a real chore. So I'm gonna show a couple things. Oh, another thing I want to mention. You hear about honeysuckle bush? Oh, this is a honeysuckle bush, an ugly, nasty thing here. Yeah, I know, honeysuckle, it serves a purpose. You know, I mean, I'm sure it actually does have some medicinal qualities to it, but man, it is highly invasive, and it's pretty much all over almost every state in the United States, I believe. And it spreads, and it's the leaves emit a toxin, so that other stuff, berries, acorns, seeds, can't take root underneath it. It's just really bad. So as you can see, I think what's going on here is this honeysuckle, and it grows like little trees. It's been in competition with the river cane. So when I get some spare time, guess what's gonna be gone? I'm gonna wipe this stuff out, and I'll probably cut it with a chainsaw, whack it down, and the smaller stuff I'll take a pick and pop it out if the ground's wet. If the ground's wet, you can actually pull, not this size, but the smaller stuff you can pull out by hand. So the story on the river cane, it's just really good for erosion control along the riverbanks. That's why I really like this stuff. And the beavers, if they do chew it down, the stuff comes back. If they chew my trees down, they don't come back. So not my trees. We went through, had a discussion about that. The trees that I planted, they were people's trees. Okay, let's get that straight. The people's trees. So here's the tools I use. I try to use this spade shovel, but it didn't work with a damn. I mean, nice idea, but I just couldn't get any leverage with it. So I can't even get it to stay on the ground. So I reverted back to Old Faithful, my spade shovel. And see, nice pointy, sharp edges. And the trick to getting this stuff out of the ground is just be patient and start with going down low and sink your shovel into the ground slowly, and then put all your weight into it until you're standing on the shovel with both feet, and then jump onto the blades. Do that all the way around, and then start prying up, and you'll feel it start working loose. But it is a chore. It's not easy. Yeah, little mini pickup, what do they call them? Shoot, now I can't think of the name of it. Mini excavator. boy, it'd be really nice. I don't happen to have a mini excavator on hand though, so I'll just do with what I got. But so I've harvested about 14 clumps of this, and what I try to be cognizant of this area. This is like, to me, a sacred area, because this stuff is really, really endangered and unique. So I spread out where I took it. These grow only in like deuces or trays. And when I say that, I mean canes, whereas the other stuff had more like 5 or 6, you know, to a root ball. These only have a couple. But man, the roots are really, really dense. So I went around and picked certain sections to harvest. And I also trimmed back some of the tops, as you can see. Supposedly that is supposed to help make it, you know, jumpstart the growth on it. We'll see. And I also cut some, these recommendations, we'll see how they go. This is an experimental plot for me. So I'll thin out the honeysuckle, or get rid of it completely. And then this year I trimmed back some of the cane, and I'm gonna see how it does, and just kind of keep an eye on it over the years. So I wanted to show this site for, I guess, the catalog the site, so that in the future, you know, I can come back and we can see how it progressed. So that's it for today. I just wanted to show that there is indigenous river cane around to be harvested, but you're going to have to look for it. It is endangered, so you need permission. And I mean, if you're putting it on a public area, you know, that's the best. If you're trying to do it private, I don't know what to recommend. I have no recommendations for that. I'll strictly deal with public lands. So, till next time, you'll see me on the river with putting the stuff in the ground. See ya. Take care.